Hi, welcome back to another episode of Between Us. My name is Fartun, and today we're joined by Fartun Salah. She's a daughter, a sister, a mother, and also an entrepreneur based here in Mogadishu. Fartun, welcome to my show.
Between Us.
Thank you for having me.
So we'll just go straight to the questions. Maybe introduce yourself to the audience and tell us a bit about your childhood. Did you grow up in Mogadishu or were you brought up in London?
So, I'm Fartun Salah.
Hey.
And I was brought up in Egypt and the UK.
Okay.
So two places why it's not just one. Somalia, I think I was like 8 sano, something like that. And yeah,
Okay. So, marka wada hadlayna waxay dhahday that you were actually born here, right? During the prime of
91 ka dhashtay. So 1991 ka dhashtay. Qaxyo ahay. So markaas Mogadishu baa ka qaxnay, Mubaaraga u guurnay, markaas dhashtay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then waxa ku soo noqoteen Hamar, and then that's when you left for Egypt.
Yeah. Markaas dhashtay.
Ma circumstances kama kugu kalifi ina soo noqotay. Did you do it voluntarily or did you know you will come back, or did you come back out of circumstance?
For me personally, it wasn't circumstance. I was into this beauty industry for a while, and I used to do YouTube. I had a YouTube channel where I'd make up and then قبلها أسوق بناي في Somalia وهاي. Marcus, I thought that كان أوباهن more than English, because back then everybody used to do videos in English. So ماشي جعل كي قبل Marcus هرت Somali كي إبرو هاي. Of course, to حولي جري fashion شوف Somali وكسيسي داري سخر جري فاتي. So marka oo makeup ku soo bandhigay beauty ku jiray marka ka fikiraya waxa is dhici maybe I'll have a makeup brand or Somali. That was my little hobby. Whether I also guuray or not, wax oo maskaxdeeda oo ku jirta ma ahayn. The first time since 98 ka guurnay Somali 2018 كيا ماذا for a visit, just to visit, to see the country. حالديسة, nothing got to do with moving.
Okay.
Just as of area. So 18 كي مركز جوجي like 6-7 I think 8 weeks أنا جوجي. I thought مش هم فاهمها يعني. It was واحد different وهاي. dadka is fahmayni jid ku jibsan yahay xaalada هاي مركز فهد. So I thought when I'm noqdo Ingiriiska, I'm not moving back.
Markan sheekaysanayna waxay dhahday you're also a mother of 2.
Yes.
And you said they're currently teenagers. And when you're coming back in 2018, wala soo noqotay. So how was it like them coming back? Especially knowing that they were born and raised in London.
Aniga horta to think back at it, marka aan ka soo qaadana in 2018 ka keeno wuxuu ahay I was struggling in the UK in a shaqeeyo ilmaha school geeyo ka keeno as a single mother is a struggle.
Yeah.
There, with the time and everything. So I just wanted a space where أنا ترتيبتي وشخيصة كارو, and then the kids is not a huge worry for me, or I can figure who's gonna pick them up, drop them off, babysit them, وحاس. And I thought the best way is markas way رايين إن Somali كان هويا Somali مركز جوكتي لابد سنة عين لقطة قوة برتانو different environment هاركانو, and then I get to have the opportunity وأشغل استلوات السنة and actually made a إسكسوس هارو. That was the idea.
Okay.
So 18 كيوا كاني they stayed for 2 years, and then I managed in لوات السنة شقيو and actually do something, and then 2020 كيا لقاري. So the whole plan at that time was لو سنة جوجا, and that's it. By the time they come back, قبل حوجا صورون واي I can manage شخو عيالك the setting of life كيو سكولك. 2020 COVID hit. Yeah, lockdown. Everybody staying at home.
Yeah.
No shaqo, no school, no
so
nothing.
You were aware by 2020 COVID-19 when it was happening. Where were you?
English كجوا.
Ilmahan
Somali جوجين.
Okay.
Yeah. But my dama, I already communicated with them. Lawson and Mishas Jogi, it was always the plan. They're like, Lawson is over. كمان قلنا ما فهمت. So my sister was coming for holiday and I thought, you know what, since you're going for holiday المحصول ولا شيء يسوي.
Okay.
I didn't even come so with it. I got way معاذين إنجليزك and then we were on lockdown. They were bored, I was bored. ميل هذا يوم يجرين and I thought, you know what, نرشان كمسينو لانكرت just staying at home because we were on it for a while by then. So I thought, let me move.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking, I felt like suffocated.
Okay.
Right? So moving, and then I thought about where to move. And I thought the best place for me was Hadagurayo in a Ugurin Wadan Kalete or Hadana foreigner Konai or Hadana Kohutin one more time. Right? So had they Arab in a Kohuti Wadan Kalet Madame already in Griska. Home I went somewhere else or I could my home. So any other like one more country how I Somali best. Madame Somali Somali and I thought, you know what, let's try Somali. The door is مركز الباب فريني هاي هداك هلين أصلا خكرة ما فهمتي. So it's not بحي بسون خكرت للأبد باسبور كاس نيبو يعني. I thought let me واسك بروينا. What am I gonna lose? Nothing. برجعنا كبحي anyway. I get to go. So 2021 around December. My 2020 around December. مركز وحال كجرتي فرماجي extension كي period كاسالو جري وحالي ده اسكجوج هذا خطأت عمش كجرتو couple of months يجوي March 2021 كي I went to Egypt سدح بلا سوجوي we went on holiday شرم الشيخ واسكوبا باشاني مركز اسكوبا باشاني like okay. No. Let's go. Somalia أيضا مركز. Okay. That's when we came back. July 2021 came out.
So you came back with your daughters?
أنا قبل because the last time كل جودة جوجين هذا I'm with them. Let's see how that works out. Right?
Yeah. So you brought back the girls in 2021. And let's be very honest, how is it like raising teenagers who were born in London and then coming back here on their own in 2018, staying here for 2 years, and then you coming back with them in 2021?
Yeah.
Do you think they've adapted? Let's be honest.
They have to a certain level.
Okay.
Yeah, they've adapted. Not to the level وأنا جعلان هاي.
Okay.
فهمتي? They've adapted as in school كودي أذن قولوا ذي جوجان دخل مذا حوجا ويفهمسين some دخل مذا like فهم حواي فهمتي? Yeah. But for them English is always home. فهمتي? الميجا although Somali way برتين by the way Somali كفاية they refuse إنه كهذان.
Okay, that's interesting.
So much so إسكولك كودي إسكول عادي جرين إسكولك وحيكو برين جوار إسكولك جوكت إنجليز هالبرين.
أي كبرين.
أيقو Somali جوين جوار إنجليز برين أيقو Somali.
But they know how to speak Somali.
ومعجزة جوار إنجليز كبرتين إن إنجليز كل هذا شيء إنجليز وبرتين.
فهمي هذا
جورته وحاركة يذو إنجليز وسخولة أمسكين جورتها Somali مجونا أبد بحمانا إنجليز هبرني.
Okay.
So she speaks full English هذا.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think they're like my أنا Somali مقهديني.
So do you feel like that's a challenge they have right now? Like, do you feel like they constantly know that they will be back home in the UK?
I don't mind them knowing. Horta, I'm very open with them. I think they always know the plan and they understand. For me, this wasn't for them. No, absolutely no. This was me trying to manage certain times in my life or high, and moving to Somalia was part of it. Okay. And since I have their custody, they're part of my life and the way I plan. Right? So I will go and hadn't we that they're gonna go back because college you have to be my young teenager in Khonoyen, so therefore it's fine for them to know, and they're not held hostage here. There was a time where they felt like we want to go back, and I opened that conversation. I was like, "You guys want to go back?" Huh? I said, "I'm not going back." So you guys go on a hesitate whether you want to go back without me or you want me to stay like intimate Jewish. Markasni they chose to stay.
Okay.
So I'm not holding them hostage. I want to give them as much freedom or haruti I need in a I don't want to force them to do anything. The amount of freedom that they have, I don't think their age has that.
Okay.
Because أنا حاربة وطن كان إني لنا وناك أركان روا مروي إني عذاذي يرفات يو مشى سواليس دي مروي حسنا أركان So that's my point. They're not meesha joogo meesha rabo inay joogo ma joogaano, but alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Everything alhamdulillah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
It could be worse, right?
Yeah.
Bismillah.
From a mother's perspective, yeah, what do you think Mogadishu gives young teenagers like your daughters or young people that they can't get from diaspora, like in other countries?
Aniga, let me tell you something. Every year we go back to the UK.
Okay.
Because that's back home. We need help. That's in Absalom.
True. Definitely.
So, yeah, so we go back every year. Aniga, I'm going to tell you, moving my kids to Mogadishu was the best decision I can take.
Okay.
The best decision. The reason for that is markasto oo aan u noqdo Ingiriiska and their friends and families that are same age as my daughters. Really, it's something out of the ordinary for me. Teenagers, they age. Ingiriiska waa rafaad. Ilmahayga sometimes aniga waxaan dhahaa but when I compare them to gabdhaha Ingiriiska maanta joogaan oo same age yihiin, I am so thankful gabdhahayga inay hadda meeshaan ku soo koreen, because dabeecadahooda as much as it's not dadka Soomaali jooga dabeecadahooda, but they're not ku Ingiriiska joogo.
They definitely do have a different perspective of life.
Oh, so much better. I feel like they're more respectful, more kinder, than gabdhaha meeshaas joogo. Gabdhaha, some of them, by the way, I can't say all.
Yeah.
Some teenagers over there, they're very entitled. Very entitled, as if they feel like I have rights, I have this. Wow, but too much. I'm like, do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah,
definitely. Sometimes I feel like that with my daughters, but to a certain level, they wouldn't cross some lines. Just like he said, lines are very blurry. Okay. So, alhamdulillah.
So, as someone who was born in Somalia and then lived in different countries, you lived in Egypt and then you lived in the UK. What is it like having a dual identity? Because you've spent a lot of time in the UK. I think you told me more than 20 years of your life.
Yeah.
You've spent it in the UK.
Yeah.
So, maxaa ka sheegi kartaa about dual identity gaada? Like,
yeah. I didn't think, before I moved to Somalia, I didn't think I had a dual identity.
Okay.
I identified as Somali. Never British iskuma arkin, never iskuma arkin dhaqmahan kale tale. Ani waxay isdahay boqolkiiba boqol Soomaaliya tahay, dabeecad Soomaaliya leedahay. Saas isku arkay. Marka Soomaali imaaday, waay marka aad dareemayo maybe Soomaali boqol million dabeecad ahaan. Maadaama meeshaas aan koray, I think meesha ay joogtid dabeecadaada wax badan ay saamaysaa.
True.
Dadka inta markaa imaaday, I realized isku maskax manihi, isku fikrad manihi. I felt like markaa inta imaa foreigner ahaan dareemay. I feel like cadaan oo wadankan imaanaysa ahaan dareemay. So dual identity, hadda I've managed to dadka inta joogin inaan fahmo and still not change dabeecadahayda iyo waxaan ku soo koray, because that made me who I am today. That's why I'm okay. So I have labo dabeecad hadda rabo qof Soomaali to the level oo hadli karaa. And then I'm able to just step back and be like, okay. Because you have to be on people's understanding and their level.
Okay.
You can't just force your belief down on them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So you came back in 2021 and decided to settle in with your kids.
Yeah.
But when we were talking, you also told me something around that you started a beauty shop. Or beauty salon, because you also have a background in that.
Background, yeah.
So, managaga sheekeyn kartaa wax yar about bukeerka processka ku furte, maxaa kugu kalifay inaa furtid?
Yeah. So, marka oo wadan usoo guuraysid, you have to have income.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the plan is, okay, usoo guura, how am I going to earn a living?
Yeah.
Meeshaas shaqa haystay, I was managing a salon. Inta generally gabdhaha bukeer inaa ka shaqaysid waaye ama inaa leedahay, right? So madam, I have a full background in salon management and everything, and I know how to do makeup, hair, waxaas dhan kasaayo. I thought I'm going to start my own business.
Okay.
And it was a perfect opportunity because by then waxaan kasoo daaray qof u shaqeynaa anyway. Yeah, for all my life dad u shaqeynaa. So I thought maybe it's time for me inaan aniga shaqeysto to start my own business. So my uncle had a salon markaas. He asked me salonkaas arawa inaan manage gareysid maxaa kula tahay. And I thought fikrad fiican buu because Somalia ma kasaysa u dhaqmayaan bukiirkooda xaaladooda see tahay. So meeshaas ka bilaabay. Meeshaas maamulay couple of months la joogi. After the couple of months I decided to go back to the UK anyway. waxyaalo u baahnaa inaan soo kala dhameeyo. So markaas waay markaa dhahay maadaama aan kasoo shaqeeyay for a couple of months and I understand se u shaqeeyaan somewhat. It's time أنا بكيركي بلا وحانو and to actually work. Before I left waxaa sameeyay dukaamana ataleexi waa bari kafi fiidi waxa ani khanciyo waay. So I just thought I'm going to start from the basic, the simplest place, which is guriga aabahey. So just the shop downstairs I got it, renovated it, and then meeshaas bukirka ka dhigtay.
Okay. So now what was some of the challenges caqabadaha kala kulantay marka bukirka furaysay, because I'm very sure there are caqabad
caqabadaha kala kulmay horta the first one wuxuu ahay wiilka oo faryaamaha ay caawinay ayaaba because you already know the story, man.
Yeah, because I knew it.
So wiilka faryaamaha shaqo fiican ma sameeyay fahamtay wuxuu xogsanay wuxuu shaqadiisa ahayn horta he took a job that was not his job because lacagtu rabi Soomaali horta hal wixii ku xun yihiin kasaysido waxa ma kasaysay loo dhahay
ma qaanan by the way
san kamarta hawa kasa engineer ayaa la soo jira anyway ninkan alaabteedu iga ciyaaray and I'm pissed. So I said, listen, we had a contract. I said, haduu wax ku ciyaaro lacagtiisa ma siinay waxay walaal waxaan waa iga ciyaartay
ba contract meesha ma ka shaqeeyay
anyway because kudar maxkamadda adwiina la tago waay ma fahanti who wants to do that
nobody
waa bi shaqo dheer so ninkan saamiya lacagtiisa ma siinaysa ha I thought horta wuxuu dhahay aabahaaga iiba and I said ani adi we had a deal aabahii ma ku soo wacday may ana ii shaqeynayso maahan ana lacagtu siinayso maahan so what's this aabahii maxay soo dhaxgali ana waxaas ma ka saay right aabahii numberkiisa u diiday anyway gurigeyga waa la soo gargaraacay askara ay soo gashay goorta nolol joogtay ay ka furtay Fartun ay kaal askara banaanka joogtay waa soo fiirihay maxaa waay ninkan ku soo dacway kaal saldhigna keen saas miyaa dhahay hay suuqa soo labisnaayo qolkeyga galay waa soo xirtay qolka I was thinking shit askara ay joogto wadanka waa ku cusbay by the way I don't know hada jail I don't know what's going to happen right so I was trying abina biilmahano there's no any other solution aba waxa askara banaanka joogto arintaas ajari he was like maxaa ku diisay and like I don't know by the way those are the times I was thinking what the hell wadankan horta xoo ahay ma fahanti
maxaa ka soo raadisay
waa I don't understand. Anyway, Abba wuxuu dhahay abtiyaa saldhig aaday waa la soo xalay ninka lacagtiisa la siiyay ninkii alaabta iga ciyaaray wax kasta iga ciyaaray lacag uu sii daray so I had to buy all over again and then find the right suitable person horta caqabadooyinka oo Soomaaliya jira waxa waaye marka shaqo fiican ratid waa very hard qofka ugu fiican ugu naabsansan inay heshid way adag tahay so anyway abtiyaa mid igu soo xiray and then Asigaba Habi and he did a good job mashallah but markay after dadkaas saldhig imaadeen every single day albaabkeena waa la joogi shaqadan hada xiro haday kale lacag hala keeno
so that's a challenge
that is a challenge and a half waxyar hada la sameeyay is like maalin kasto way soo taagan yihiin as if listen we want money $5 $10 maanta waxa loo tuuraa although you have permission haysataa oo aad soo qaadatay shaqadan samee they don't care
every day wujicso
ku imaana maalin kasta qof kale soo diraa shalay ana aadi kaari so waxyaalahaas waa waxyaalo aan la yaabo wadanka as if there's no much of a system ma jirto oo direct oo dawlad oo hal mar sharci waxa soo sharciyeysanay and then that's it waxa la jirto by the way I think hadda way fiicnaatay amaleena markaas 2021 ko ahaa hadda laakiisa alhamdulillah I think it's so much better waxa mar hadda sharciyeysid qofku imaan karo ma jirto as I think Allahu a'lam construction kadib ma bekelin anyway so caqabooyinka yar oo koodii iga bilaabay marka bukiirka bilaabay ka soo baxay fahamtay after that marka furay waxay ahayd marketing it was easier for me maadaama social media markaas iskaaga jirba the other main dhibaato oo ah kulmi waxa ahaa staffka ani waxa u bartay meel oo direct ah as in waqtigan ima waqtigan ka bax waqtigan waa breakaaga laakiin Soomaali hadii zab leeyihiin maalintaas ma ku soo socoto hadoo ay xanuunsatay she has to go visit
yeah it's like you're going to do things saani rabo moogi saadi ratid ma hadaan ku dhamaanta it's this
infaanti gabadha waxa arkay oo dhahay aaba maanta uu diiday inaa baxo she has to stay at home gabadha waxa jirto shaqada waa la abruptly waa laga joojiyay shaqay kartida lahay gurigeeda joogta saasi ku resign gareysay so
no formality
wax formality lahaa ma jirto she decided waa laga joojiyay infaanti so waxyaalaha aniga igu cusbaayeen ahayd asin ma fahansaneen koodii so waxaasna ina barto ahay ba hadda alxamdulillah we managed to overcome the hurdles hadda waa bal faham anyway
yeah so it's more of like you work with them
I have to work with them
you instructing them
it's very hard to instruct because noloshooda waxa soo gala you can't say why uu soo gali why ma dhihi kartid
waa dhaqanka
wadanka waaye qof xanuunsaday even very distant family haduu xanuunsaday waa la wada aadaa eventis isbitaalka la joogo so dhaqanka wadanka waaye aniga maadaama aan wadanka joogo I have to just be part of it adaptation is important
okay do you feel like the diaspora community or people who come back to the country have an advantage when it comes to starting a business wadanka markay ku soo noqdaan
I think they do qof kasta ismadahay I think some people way u talagaleen inay wadanka ku soo noqdaan oo business bilaabaan so waxay iska save gareysanayaan oo meeshan wax u tarayso fahanti so kuwaas way ku soo talagalaan taban whatever u baahan yihiin ahaanay soo aruursadaan and way imaadaan business ka bilaabaan that's the only advantage financially ahaan like qof inta do financial haysto qofka inta joogaaba ka fiican qofka meeshaas
okay
fahanti yeah
so the other thing waxa waaye madama hooyata and business is good you manage a house how do you balance your life basically
sometimes balance ma gasho
okay
hadda as of the last 3 weeks mashquula ahay guri horta ma joogin waxa fortune aan ku ahay horta hadda maadaama gabdhahay teenager yihiin almost like I'm okay ba hisaas ma hayst like is waqti ay isla qaadano I am han umaheenin fahanti so sometimes that's dhacdo sometimes waxa dhacdo we get to have some time together waqti asla joogna banaanka isku aadna so it just depends on how busy am markaas aad tahay marna waqti oo helay marna ma helaysid
okay so there's nothing like balance
that's how balance maalin waqti ku hela maalin
is fun
there's nothing else you can do but yeah
do you think like your daughters watch you ma fiirsadaan like what you do with your business do you feel like they want to take the path you've taken what do you see in terms of the business model
they do they watch it I think it was a couple of days ago my daughter waxay soo dirtay a list of marketing strategies that I can use
okay
that's PDF lagu soo diray scan samee inta ka bax inta yeelali dhahay just a way that I can do something different than what I'm doing she said waxa repetitive waaye it can be boring I came up with this idea how about you do this and that way is good in another way I don't think they want to take the same path I think they have their own path fair to them they should take their own path but in terms of support sometimes they like to support me in the ways that they can maalimaha oo events are leenahay and I need them to be hands on they're hands on
okay
there was a time I don't know in Bartana they're like we can't do it man scared of men
okay very understandable
yeah
and also when I talk about like do you see any hope for Mogadishu especially right now that I feel like we're more the Mogadishu is more secure people can walk in the evening do you feel like there's hope for Hamar
I'm very very hopeful very hopeful the trajectory also it's slow but it's good it's better than a trajectory or down as long as it's going up I think it's good
okay.
and I'm hopeful that inay soo wada kacaan as in you know what wadankan is not ma laga quusanin ahaan marka meel laga quusto that's the problem ma fahanti laakiin dad badan oo ka quusana jiro وهم كليه وطن كائن وطن في عن نخضه just like any other country adduunyada فهمت so I think that كم خوسرين that كاس هدي إسك قعنت إسك قبضان حتى I think خطرين قني
okay
yeah
advice كسين لد أما قبدا كاير what advice would you give to younger women كوي قربها جوجو كوي ودن ككونول when it comes to having a purpose in your life or about their life purpose?
I think what essential قبل كستي إني أقاته what's her purpose in life
okay
everybody's so different your purpose in life is different than mine than different event so قفك إنه إسلف ليست أقوله okay what's my purpose in life what are the number one questions she should ask herself marketas is with so and أقاته محاوي purpose كذي in life محاوي إثبت لك أرتين عيد إسكسميسو نفسك إسكسميسو وضنك إسكسميسو and then take the one step at a time مركز حقاته
okay
how can I do this how can I and you know مركز سؤالها بلاويت إن إسوي ديسد by the will of Allah جوابها بإيمانه sometimes in a form of a person a situation things just align
True.
they just align مركي intention كاجي I want to do this but when you don't have the intention at all and you don't know and you're lost what alignment
true
event yeah
how do you manage all the roles the many roles you have in your life currently whether it's as a daughter as a sister as a mother as an entrepreneur
those lines I try to manage it
okay
I think it's not perfect
yeah
there are times where I'm slacking as a mother there are times where I'm slacking as a business owner or as a daughter event so I'm not perfect by any means
true
but I try in an skudayo to be there when I need in a mesh's job but to be honest I think it was a year or so where I was slacking hard on my business and it showed event but now I'm like you know what I see that I was slacking let's refocus let's redo this event so that we can grow so when you slack you can see it dipping with anything
definitely
with anything هذا والد كاجي هاي هذا business كاجي هاي هذا أصحاب تنمضة تاعي anything you slacken it tends to just go down but when your attention sees وقت جلست it tends to grow build prosper event so I try with all of them هذا I'm doing well in some aspect and I know there are aspects that I'm slacking in that needs improvement
definitely
but that's just with everything balance and it's very hard to keep the balance but you can just try
okay so the last one because this is really important would you advise parents or qurbaju to bring back their children to the country whether it's them now at teenagehood or at a very young age would you advise them would you
I think
feel like it's advisable
I think أنا أهان it wasn't an easy decision but it was the best decision I need to make for myself and my life so والد كستن اسكمت معنا المهن وكل دوينهن so قفك إنه أقعد why am I doing this what's the point of it if هذا والدك وأركو I want إن هي أنا مش هسكيه and then صوتها مش هسوق not such a great idea
okay
المها just because وطن كان كنتي doesn't mean قفك وحوكرة as perfectly as you want it no كوريتان كان وطنكم محن هرتوالدكم مركزكم حرية so وطنك قفكم كورينايا هذا هو إن I joked to be present هذا المها كورسين in this environment هذا هو إن كورسيت حديت هاي لاكيسة محلها المها دخل علي ساو علينا I don't agree with that
okay
I absolutely do not agree with that especially دخل علي سكان أو ميل سكاج حرايو I am 100% against it
okay
I have seen time and time again المساس لو صار دخل علي once they go back they get 100% worse because for them
Yeah.
So once they get that freedom,
It's like,
there's no limit ma jirto.
Okay.
So ilmaha marka keenaysiina keena laakiinse ilmaha keena ayagoo og inay imaanooyiino adigoo soo khiyaanin ha khiyaanin ha don't manipulate. Just tell them this is why we're going, this is what I think is best. Communicate with them. Although ilmihin is still essential in my ogaadaan.
Sure.
This is why we're doing it. This is so hadhooti way kula socdaan rather than you have to listen to me ana waalidka. I use sometimes ana waalidka. It has to be used sometimes.
Yes, once in a while.
Laakiinse markuu big decision like this yahay, try in akadadaasiisi.
True.
Communicate. Sana sameynina, I think it's best wadankan saan waaye, that's it. Laakiin hadda dhaqan celis u keenaysid ilmaha meeshaas ku hayso.
Okay.
They're better off there.
Okay.
Hadda xun yihiin hataa meeshaas isku joogaan.
Meeshooda u ron. Okay. Sasa, Fartun, thank you so much for coming to the show. I really appreciate, especially your perspective, not just as a mother, but someone who also juggles motherhood with business, but also coming back to the country and trying to make a living here. So I'm at Santa Bye.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Between us.